So it's always important that if you are suffering from a brain injury, not to only talk about that brain injury, to still listen and be open as much as you can with others, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, total sense. And I agree with that 100%. Like, the fact is that other people have problems too, and you gotta be willing to show them the same amount of attention that they're showing you or that they have showed you,
and compassion.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
and that's why with some people, I guess when you're going through the worst stages and you're talking a lot about brain injury, and they're thinking, he's always talking about that, and then they start talking about, I guess, making judgmental comments, and then you're like, they're not really sharing anything about themselves, they're just being judgmental. Well, that's also a goodbye, see you later, the door's over there.
Yep. Oh, he's still on.
Can we just call you back really quick? I don't know what happened.
It made a weird sound.
That was working.
What's that?
Yeah.
When I plugged it back in, it did? Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
We got you back.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Oh, we got him. Okay.
Yep, you got me?
Yeah, there was, I don't know, like our roadcaster just totally turned off.
Yeah. And by the way, this is from Australia, so it might be
this roadcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
It can feel the energy there. Okay. So I don't know where we were before
I don't know
turned off
where we were. Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
But
that is all right.
It was just weird.
So I do.
I think we were talking about relationships.
Yeah,
like relationships, and just like keeping it, remembering, I guess, that it's a two-way street.
That's right.
While brain injury is very, very, very important, and to be open about what you're going through, to also try and be open to listen to others, and not be too self-focused, but still you get it all out as well, and have people around you that listen to you.
I want to just check and see if we have everything we had. Yeah, hopefully we already recorded.
Yeah, hopefully it didn't erase everything.
So we did actually record everything. So
okay, good. Well, then we're good. You can edit.
I was just worried. Yeah. Anyway, so let's go on and finish up the topic about relationships.
Well, I guess that was really it. Like, just that it's just like brain injury. It's complicated, in the sense that complicated, not that it's chaos, but complicated that it's not all about what you're going through, but that is also very important. And you need to find people where they understand that it is quite a gigantic thing that's happening in your life, but also try to listen to them about what's going on in their lives a little bit.
Like we said, it's important to realize that your issues aren't any greater than theirs, in
a two-way street, like you said.
Yep.
No. And that's why I created a Facebook group focused on brain injury and mental health, and it's called Sharing, Caring, Understanding. So it really is the proper process of how your relationship should work. You share together, you then care about each other and what you're talking about, and then you understand, because everyone is living a different reality.
Yeah.
And you said that that's a Facebook group that you started?
Yeah. So I started that recently, I think about a year ago, because I felt while I've been focusing on my writing, which is good, and I've written about things that I have an interest in, or that is specific about brain injury. But I felt that there were a lot of people, of course, out there that just need that connection, just focused on brain injury itself, and not focused on, for instance, all my, things where I travel across the world and things like that. That's not really important. What's important is that to learn more about brain injury or experiences with brain injury. And so, yeah, so that's why I decided to start it.
Well, the important thing about you traveling and stuff like that, it's just for people to see what's possible with brain injury, and not only that, like what's just possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right. And so much is possible. I think as I mentioned, I was having continuous problems with work. But I just made enough money, I guess we'll say. I didn't stash any away, but I made just enough money to go travel, to finish my degrees, the education side, the travel side, the exercise side, all of that is still alive and kicking. It's just that my career went down the tubes a little bit.
Well, sometimes there's more important things than your career. So
yes, and maybe it's hopefully it'll all be part of it. And it'll all
tie in together.
Something.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah,
and so where else can people follow you at on Instagram? And you have
so I have obviously I have a blog because I do write, and then that's connected. It's on WordPress, which is connected to my Instagram, Facebook. They're kind of the best ways to see. I do have a YouTube channel as well. With a few videos. There was one actually. We were talking about the frustration issue. Which they love to just call anger, but I personally think it's more a frustration issue, which is a little bit different, even though they sound similar. And so I made like a video on that to kind of show people how they're feeling and see if they are feeling the same. I mean, that's the thing with brain injury, is an individual process, and the beauty of social media, like this day and age, like the connection that people with brain injury have is so wow compared to 20 years ago. It didn't exist, and people were alone, or they'd go to a group and they'd sit there for an hour and talk a little bit, and then they may leave.
And you can do the exact same thing on Instagram in 5 minutes.
Yes, exactly, and for 24 hours a day. It's all connected. So I think that's the beauty. I didn't realize when I was, because I actually studied, my bachelor was in communication. So it's funny that I studied communication, but I didn't really see myself into social media the way I have since the accident. So I didn't realize just the power that social media has created for all of us to connect and talk about our realities, and
that's how
people, finding other people.
That's how this podcast even survives. Like, I talk to so many. We have interviewed so many people from social media and stuff like that. Just where I can meet people and talk to them about their brain injuries or whatever injury. And it's just so great to have that opportunity to connect with people.
Yeah, and so global as well. Like, I mean, like the fact that we all know Australia and the US have always had a connection, but still social media, like if I would not be talking to you if we were in the 1950s. It wouldn't be so simple to quite easily connect, find each other, have a chat about this kind of issue, which I think is amazing. That's the beauty of the 21st century, I guess.
So one thing that I always like to ask people is, what is one thing you can't go a day without doing?
Ooh.
There's a lot of things.
Makes me think. Can I say that probably changes? So I go through stages. So for instance, like at the moment, because I'm in Sydney, applying for new work and all that kind of stuff. So I'm doing that boring stuff. But I guess my exercise at the moment, I'm really, because I'm not working full time, I'm focusing on the exercise side of things daily, definitely. and my writing. And then I say that they interchange. So sometimes I might be a little bit more focused on my writing, and other weeks I just don't. I just don't have stamina in my head.
Yeah.
So you go through stages. But yeah, writing and exercise, I would say, would be my go-to.
Okay.
So creativity, if you don't like writing,
Sure.
or not that you don't like writing, people with brain injury also may have issues with writing. So it's not that you have to start writing, but if you have a passion for, let's say, creative art, focus on that.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. If
Well,
you like maths, I don't like maths, but if you like maths,
I kind of get that with this podcast. Like, that's another thing.
Yeah.
I've had to learn how to edit the videos or the podcasts, and like, I didn't know anything about podcasting like July.
Yeah.
And so it's just, it's grown, and it's always good to be focusing on something new or learning something new.
That's
like,
great.
yeah, it's like then we're learning new skills. Like, I don't mean to be Australian again, but do you guys know who Kylie Minogue is? She's our Madonna.
I don't.
No?
Yeah.
She's a singer.
Kylie Minogue. What's her last name?
Minogue.
Yeah.
I know it. Oh, it
Anyway,
sounds familiar.
That sounds really familiar.
Yeah. You guys would know Can't Get You Out of My Head. I just can't get you out of my head.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. So don't worry, she's not Madonna in the States, but she is here. And basically, she was during coronavirus in lockdown. And so she couldn't go to the recording studio to make her new album. So what did she do? She learned how to do it all, how to become basically a music producer at home.
Yeah.
And record her voice and all that kind of stuff. So I guess what that shows is just an example of exactly what you said, that suddenly we learn all these new skills depending on the situation we put ourselves in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there's no dead end.
Nope.
Agreed. We have to learn how to adapt with what comes our way, because we can't control everything that comes our way. And but if we learn how to adapt, and we can still express our creativity, and who knows what we'll be doing in the next 5 years and the next 10 years and the next.
You never know.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, that's awesome.
Keep learning.
Yeah. Well, dude, it has been nice having you on our podcast. We want to invite everybody to like and share this one, get it out there. And it's been really great to have you on, Paul.
Excellent. Thank you so much. It's been great. It's been great being on.
I'll say thank you for coming on, Paul, and we look forward to seeing your continued successes.
For sure.
Yes, hopefully. And you know what? It's okay, not just from my continued success, but also, a little bit of failing as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just living life.
That's how you learn.
Yeah, man. Okay. It's been awesome.
Okay, Paul.
Excellent.
See ya.
Okay, man.
Thank you so much.
Yep. We'll see
ya.
ya.